What song hits different after you read the lyrics? Meatloaf said it always depressed him how many people came up to him and told him they danced to 2 out of 3 Ain't That at their wedding. It was like, have you ever listened to the damn lyrics? Greased Lightning. That song is filthy. The Macarena song they played all the time for stuff when I was in elementary school. It's about a girl cheating on her boyfriend with multiple people while he's away. Also, this list is never complete without Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads is completely different now that I am older. Makes me think about how life just carries you along and it is all just temporary. It's scary. As my guitar teacher once said, any and every rock song that mentions snow is definitely about cocaine, so yeah, I'd say most songs about snow lol. A lot of 70s and 80s songs. Especially songs like My Sharona by The Knack and Hot Child in the City by Nick Gilder, where they're basically singing about having sex with underage girls. Hey Ya is the one that pops right away. It's a dance song with a depressing message. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Those lyrics went right over me when I was a kid. Born in the USA is famously misinterpreted as patriotic. Do you like pina coladas? I had no idea that song was about a married couple trying to cheat on each other and accidentally winding up on a date together. Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Tears for Fears. Yeah, another sing-along dystopian song about the Cold War. It took me a long time to realize this. I was around when it was first released. Even while we sleep we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Jack Diane by John Mellencamp. Life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. 99 Luftballons was a fun song until I read the English translation. Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds. It has a catchy beat, and if you're not paying attention, you can totally miss the meaning of the song. I teared up a bit thinking about my old friends when I first read the lyrics. We Are Young by Fun is actually about glossing over a toxic relationship, domestic violence, and drug use. I Don't Like Mondays by Boomtown Rats. Sounds pretty catchy and all, then you figure out it's about a girl who shot up a school and the only explanation she was able to produce was the fact that she didn't like Mondays. But if you're not quite listening to the lyrics, it's a pretty dance-y song from the 80s, and not half bad to boot. Rem The One I Love. Not a love song. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind. A simple prop to occupy my time. This line here. This one goes out to the one I love. Learning to Fly by Tom Petty. It's about drug addiction. Little Talks by Of Monsters and Men. Goes from upbeat catchy song to serious emotional damage. You Are My Sunshine seems like an upbeat, happy song, but it's actually pretty depressing when you hear the more of the lyrics. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken and I hung my head and cried. Walking on the Sun by Smash Mouth was doomsaying about global warming, spoiled boomers, and the Rodney King riots, but all anyone seems to remember is that it was a fun 90s summer jam. Barbie Girl Aqua. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere, kiss me here, touch me there, hanky panky. You can touch, you can play. Who let me sing this when I was 5? Cats in the Cradle. I used to love it as a kid, absolutely crushes me as an adult with children. Polly by Nirvana. It definitely hits different when you read the lyrics knowing that the song is about the abduction and rape of a 14-year-old girl in August 1987 in Washington. She was strung up and tortured with a blowtorch before being repeatedly raped and barely escaped when she jumped out of his truck at a gas station to draw attention. To add to that, after it came out, 2 pieces of shit decided to rape a girl while singing the song. Kurt was so upset by this he included this note in the liner notes of Incesticide. Last year, a girl was raped by 2 wastes of sperm and eggs while they sang the lyrics to our song Polly. I have a hard time carrying on knowing there are plankton like that in our audience. Sorry to be so anally PC, but that's the way I feel. Build Me Up Buttercup. It's a pretty sad song about a guy who keeps getting ghosted, and he won't take the hint. Rooster by Alice in Chains. One of the best songs ever written. Semi-Charmed Life. Third Eye Blind. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is long and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun. Pink Floyd. Time. The song in the opening credits of Community is way too depressing for that show. Every breath you take, and to think it was a Bride's Choice favorite. Avicii. Wake Me Up. I want someone else to sing a different version of the song to showcase the lyrics. So sad. On a weirder note, Iron Man by Black Sabbath. It's about a human-shaped rock appearing, being mistreated, and causing the apocalypse. Then a survivor travels back in time to warn humanity, gets caught in a magnetic field and turns into the rock, gets mistreated, and causes the apocalypse. After I actually paid attention to the lyrics, I appreciated the song much more due to the sheer absurdity of the story. Edit: I was off on a few details. This comment. Our AskReddit comments U8070. What song hits different after you read the lyrics? C98 UFB? Up Medium Android app button. Source share context 3 is more accurate. Those Were the Days of Our Lives by Queen. Really emotional song for every Queen fan, seeing how it's the last music video Fred made before dying. Not to mention those days are all gone now, but one thing's still true when I look and I find I Still Love You. That one last I Still Love You by Fred hits extra hard. Steal My Sunshine Len. Runaway Train, most upbeat, Give Me All the Benzos. My Name is Luca. A catchy melody, it's about domestic violence on a kid. I'm surprised at how many of these comments are obviously moody songs that fit the tone of the lyrics. Like Sound of Silence or Polly. The music already sets up the feelings. The lyrics aren't very surprising within the context. No Rain by Blind Melon, on the other hand, presents itself as an upbeat happy song, while the lyrics go on about feeling depressed and hopeless, escaping into fantasy to avoid the pain of reality. Possum Kingdom by Toadies. I never thought about it until a friend told me it was about rape. I didn't believe him at the time until I actually listened to the lyrics. The Drugs Don't Work by The Verve. I've heard it was about the singer coping with his father's passing. After watching my own father die of cancer after months of chemo and treatments, the song resonates with me. Today by Smashing Pumpkins. It's about suicide. Lola by The Kinks. Copacabana. My grandfather was a Nam vet and we were listening to Have You Ever Seen the Rain? By CCR, and then goes on to tell me that the song basically talks about the use of napalm in that war. Reading the lyrics I can kinda see it. Breaking the Habit. Linkin Park. It wasn't just the lyrics though, it was after Chester's suicide and then reading the lyrics, putting two and two together, that hit me hard. I could feel so much emotion coming from this song. It made me feel heavy and I could barely handle it, especially when I was depressed. This song tortured me and I can only listen to it when I'm in an emotionally stable mind. Almost all his songs make me feel heavy when I listen to them. Ever since I did my research and analyzed the suicide from my angle, it wasn't easy to process. Lilywood. The Prick Prayer and C. Robin Schultz remix. Ink. I Could Forgive You. See, our world is slowly dying, I'm not wasting no more time. Don't think I could believe you. Yeah, our hands will get more wrinkled and our hair will be gray. Don't think I could forgive you. And see, the children are starving and their houses were destroyed. Don't think they could forgive you. Hey, when seas will cover lands and when man will be no more. Don't think you can forgive you. Yeah, when there will just be silence and when life will be over. Don't think you will forgive you. Dreams by the Cranberries. I'd heard it 1,000 times, never paid attention. Then it was suggested to be sung at my partner's funeral. Destroyed me utterly when I properly listened to the words. The Kids Aren't Alright by The Offspring. The beat hit me so hard it wasn't until much later that a close friend made a comment about how sad the song is. After that, the song really wasn't as upbeat as I made it out to be. Every Breath You Take. Creepiest song ever. Jeannie Falco. I was a small boy who didn't yet understand German when it came out. The song sounded good. Later I found out that it was about a guy raping and murdering a young girl. Got to near one in many European charts. What a Fool Believes. Doobie Brothers. It's about a guy who meets his high school crush for a drink. Later in life she doesn't remember him in a romantic way. The words are harsh. She had a place in his life, he never made her think twice as he rises to her apology. Anybody else would surely know he's watching her go. All Rammstein songs, after reading the lyrics translation. Blue de Body from Eiffel 65. It seems like just a dance song, but it actually talks about a man who is miserable and depressed because he's alone. I couldn't help but identifying, even though it seemed stupid for most people to find those lyrics depressing. For half of American millennials, every song ever by Rage Against the Machine. Yellow Ledbetter. Pearl Jam. Before reading the lyrics, hey, I don't understand much, but this song is nice. After reading the lyrics, this was in English. Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees? Hot air for a cool breeze? Cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? Everything I Own by Bread. I thought it was a love song, but it turns out he wrote it about his father. Crying face.
I hope you all are doing well, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video. If you have something to say critically or otherwise, leave a comment. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe to see more of it. I hope you all have wonderful and fulfilled lives.